Chipukeezy show, Chipukeezy show, Chipukeezy show, Chipukeezy show, Chipukeezy show.
Itakuaje?
A decade ago, a young boy from a small Kamba village, Tala in Machakos County, packed his bags and left for the city that breathes dream to reality.
I realized I have a responsibility as a person. First of all, to make something out of myself. Number two, to help my parents. Because now I have two brothers, and that's when I left home.
A Kenyan comedy superhero in the making, armed with wit and jokes that could rival any blockbuster. He started his comedy journey in the heart of Nairobi at Hardstein's production in Alliance Francaise, where he comically narrated stage plays over time and no one could escape his punchlines. From there, he took his humor to the famed and seasoned Churchill Show, performing as a regular weekly stand-up comedian under the guidance of the godfather of Kenyan comedy, Daniel Ndambuki, Churchill.
Wapi chipo? Wapi chipo?
Tunasema ngeli ni ya Lundisha. Lundisha kasi ni Lundisha bibi mlo.
As the years unfolded, he joined the radio industry at Kiss FM, where he graced and humored its airwaves by connecting and relating with the Kenyan youth.
How was your radio experience, by the way?
Radio sort of prepared me for what was to come.
He brought together the funniest East African comedy acts in 3 seasons of The Funny Truth, hosted in Nairobi, Kenya.
Yes mama. Unajua walianza kurusha changa zikawaambia wanipatie nikajitabia yangu nyumbani. Yes.
This propelled his growing comedy career to hosting his first African Theme Awards in Afrima.
Make some noise for Chipukeezy!
My name is Chipukeezy. This is my second time in America, first time legally.
Chipukeezy's laughter traveled across the African continent, despite starting off in the comic rhythm of Kenya, to performing to the good people of Rwanda, to our neighbors from the gorilla land of Uganda, and to the Swahili people of Tanzania. In search for a new dawn, Chipukeezy traveled to the United States of America for the Celebrity Fish Tour with Mr. Patrick Onyenke, who has graced 12 states with humorous African stories, before meeting the internationally acclaimed king of underground comedy, Cat Williams.
The real African king of comedy.
Yeah.
Shortly after, he rallied to support Kenya's ruling party, where he has served and worked as a comedian and master of ceremonies during the national holiday celebrations.
For those who think Chipukeezy is doing this for fun, I want to tell you I pay Chipukeezy. And he is not cheap.
Fast forward to this incredible day, as we celebrate a decade of Chipukeezy's comedic brilliance at 10 Toes Down. His journey is like a comedic sequel that gets better with every punchline, and has brought his dream of ensuring children from his community have received quality education.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for a night of laughter that spawns from a small village called Tala in Machakos County, Kenya, to the heart of Africa. Let's celebrate the man who's kept us laughing for 10 incredible years, the best host with the most, Chipukeezy!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us be upstanding as we will welcome the man of the hour. Give it up from Tala, Kangundo. Give it up for
Say. Pulo DJ. DJ. Itakuaje? Kindly naomba tuketi tafadhali. Let us be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nairobi, those of us who are not from Kenya. And before I get started, I'd like to appreciate the presence of our leaders. Let's appreciate Waziri, good people. Thank you so much, sir, for supporting us and for doing what you're doing for our creative economy. We also have ministers from different parts of Africa that we will be recognizing. But most importantly, we have my mother with us here. So kindly, ma'am, I would like to request you to be upstanding. Ma'am, that's my beautiful mother, ladies and gentlemen. And also I'd like to say that we have my father with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Dad, tafadhali. Huyo ni mzee, makofi ya mzee tafadhali. AKA Soya. Now, before I get started, it is important I also say that I also used to do magic. I'm very serious. Before I started comedy, I was a magician. But mine was different. I used to make things appear and disappear. And tonight I want to perform a special magic to a special friend. And I've been told that a very young chairman from Hathi Water is here with us. Where is Karondo? Stand up, Karondo. This is the youngest chairman in Kenya. So, chairman, this one is a special one for you. So, what used to happen, I used to make things appear and disappear. So, I'm going to count 1 to 3, and I will make something appear and disappear. Are you ready, chairman? Do you have chairman, do you have any money with you? I show you. No, I'm serious, chairman. Just check. Any money with you? Chairman is, yeah, these rich people. This is 1, 2, 3, 5,000. Very good. This is, so chairman, because I don't want you to say that all these comedians have become conmen, watch out. In 3, I'm going to make this money appear and disappear. All right? So count with me, chairman. 1, 2, 3, it has disappeared, my friend. Unajua hata sijalipa rent yangu, chairman. Sijui hata kama hii show kuna kitu ndatengeneza hapa. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for yourself for being here to be with us. Tafadhali, a round of applause for everyone. It's such a great night for us. Let me tell you, 10 years ago we left the village, we came to this city, we were trying to find our voice, and God has been gracious for us. 10 years later, man, I'm here celebrating 10 years with all of you. It's such a great honor, and I would like to request you one more time to put your hands together for yourself and for us as comedian for this great journey, ladies and gentlemen. Now, today, I don't want to do a lot of comedy because I'm a bit of, I do a lot of things. I sing, I also sing. But I have a new song, and I'm looking for a vixen that we can work together. So allow me to introduce a friend of mine from Tanzania, Hamisa Mobeto, so that I can explain something. The amazing Mobeto. So I'm going to use Hamisa as an example. Wapi makofi ya Hamisa Mobeto, ladies and gentlemen, live in Nairobi City. Karibu sana mama. So now, Hamisa, we were talking about you. I want us to act. Okay. So this is not me, and this is not you. We are acting. Okay. I'm trying to show how African musicians treat ladies in their music videos. Oh. Yeah? So, DJ, what we're gonna do, I'm going to push you, then I pull you here, and then we kiss. That's sawa? Mzee ni kama nimeangukia. Unajua uliniambia nijipange. Na isemee hapa ndio akisema yes tuende nayo nyumbani. So, sawa eh? Okay. DJ, twende kazi. Goja DJ. DJ. Hamisa, focus. You can touch me now. We are acting. Nini mbaya mwanangu? Nishike sasa basi karibia. Si hivyo. Hapa hivi. Haya DJ twende. Ngoja. Hamisa kuwa serious. Imagine mimi ni Diamond basi. Sasa kwanza lazima tushinde tunasumbuana nayo. Jifanye basi. Hata hizi lips zangu ziko karibu na za nani. Tafadhali. DJ. DJ. Okay, mom. Hii ndio kazi nafanyanga town. Ukiniitisha ati si utume na za kutoa zinatoka hapa. And by the way, today is our birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate the amazing Hamisa Mobeto for making time to be with us here. Thank you so much. Karibu sana mami. Big up sana.
Press music, baby.
Ni nini? Ni nini? Eh?
Hili ni taifa letu.
Hii ni taifa letu ama ule ni mtu? Ule ni mtu, lile si taifa ndugu yangu. Wacha nikwambie, mimi nataka kukuappreciate because you are a blessed man. Mungu alikubariki na kitu moja, rangi. Unajua rais wetu amekuwa akisema simba zinatokea. Wewe ukisikia zimetokea usiogope. Haziwezi kufuata. Simba hazili nyama choma mwanangu. Nenda uketi. Tuko na Watanzania ndani ya nyumba. Watanzania oye. Tuko na do we have Nigerians in the building? Bro, Roysambu is not Nigeria, bro. But you know, Waziri, His Excellency the President of Kenya, yesterday here in this hall he said that here in Kenya we have lions, we have elephants, we have different types of animals. But he said that these animals sometimes, they leave the park and start roaming around the streets. I'd like to confirm that that's true. These lions, they roam the streets. But Waziri, one thing that President did not tell us is that, you know, the African way of dealing with lions or animals, when you see them, that you run. You see a dog, you run. You see a lion, you take off. But I was trying to imagine, Waziri, and this is where it won't be kindly. Just talk to HE, please. I was trying to imagine I am walking across the streets of Nairobi, and then I see a lion. So instead of running, I say, let me call them. I don't even have the number, so I have to call my friend. Hey, Jemo, do you have that lion's number? Niko na moja hapa. James send, I pick, you call. The lion is here, you are on call. Thank you for calling KWS. For English, press 1. The lion is here. For Kiswahili, press 2. You press 1. For wild animals, press 2. For domestic animals, press 3. You press 1. For tiger, press 2. For snakes, press 3. For elephants, press 4. The lion is here. For lions, press 5. You press 5. For big lions, by the time you're done, you're dead. So watch out, guys. When you see lions, be aware they will deal with you. But the fact that I wanted my mother to come here, it's because, I don't know whether you guys, you see Africa, our culture is different from any other continent in the world. Especially our parents. Our parents are different. I can tell you, I've started having a conversation with my mother and my dad last year. They were acting like the military. It's like there was their camp and my camp. I don't know whether you guys ever had this situation in your house where your parents are not talking, but they are talking with the kids in the house. But the two of them are not talking. That is what my dad and my mom used to do when we were young. So you find my mom is not talking, my dad is not talking. Now, my dad used to take advantage of that situation now. Now, he wants to insult my mother, but he will now make an excuse that he wants to advise me about marriage. So my mom would be cooking dinner. Hii ni sukuma. Dad will walk in. Instead of talking to his wife, he starts talking to me. My son, I want you to focus. I want you to study, work hard, and look for money. When you make money, make sure you look for somebody, a wife, a woman, somebody you can marry. Somebody who has. Don't make the same mistakes I made my son. Then my mom wants to reply. It is true, my son. Study, work hard. Look for money. Don't let somebody's daughter make the same mistakes I made my son. But my dad is a legend. My dad made poverty look cool. This guy. My dad used to make us feel like he was doing us a favor because he didn't have anything. But appreciate them. They are the best thing that God has ever granted me. Let's appreciate my parents. You do realize I have to do that because now I don't know what will happen after the show. So we have to. So let's appreciate them for that. The best thing. My mom has been counting you guys. Anasema, ai hizi ni kama ngapi hizi? hapa ameingiza vizuri hapa huyu. Kama kila mtu hapa atoa 1,000 hivi 2 huyu akona pesa huyu. But also it's true. You see, there was a time my brother almost died because of my mother. Because we were watching a movie. And this movie, you know, you can tell whether a movie is a white people movie, an African movie, or a black American movie. A white people movie, people kill each other. If you have white people here, no pun intended, but people in white movies, no, they commit suicide a lot, white people. Black people are the ones that kill each other, black American. Africans is just a lot of witchcraft and stuff like that. Nigerians, are we here? First of all, you Nigerians, stop stealing our women. Roysambu brothers, what is it now? Every Nigerian man I know has a Kenyan girlfriend. But you know, I realize, Waziri, the reason why these Nigerians are stealing our women is because them, they dress up. They're just going to club. This guy will dress up like he's going for BET. They give women money. But let me warn you, Nigerians, these Kenyan women, they don't love you for who you are. They love you for what you have, my friend. And you see, the good thing about them is that they are fair. It doesn't matter how ugly you are. As long as you have money, they got you. They will praise you. So my Muluya brother, just stand up and use you as an example. If this guy has money, this Nigerian man has money, Kenyan girls will be like, oh my God, I like his head, wow. Wow, Kipara, oh my God, it's giving Oparo. Guy, Uyu Kwanza, if he was to put on sharpshooter, avae suti, it will look like a sponsor. Sota bro, no money, same women, same guy. Oh my God, Mili, if hair cannot survive on his head, how am I going to live? Kajini. So Nigerians, but you see, our culture, man, my mother. So this day we were watching this movie. There was this girl. There was a scene where this girl wanted to commit suicide. And then she calls her mother. She's crying. Hello, mommy. I want to kill myself, mom. You didn't kiss me good morning, mommy. You don't love me. I'm dying. Then the mother is like pleading with her. Don't do it, Shanice. Don't do it. Think about your country. Think about your rabbits. Then Shanice didn't die. I didn't know that my brother was speaking ideas. So the next day, we were cooking dinner with my mother. Rice. My brother calls. My mom picks. It's my brother. Hello, mother. I have decided that I'm going to kill myself. You guys don't love me. I'm on a bendy. My mother told him, hold. Then he told me, Chipukeezy, reduce 1 plate. Somebody is about to die now. My brother came home, my friends. But ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say that I am humbled tonight to be here. We have a great lineup of comedians.
So, quick one. What funny phrase have you had in Kenya?
When I was scammed at the airport.
What happened?
My first time I was in this country, I had no SIM card. I had nothing. I was new. I was fresh. So there's a lady I met at the airport. She said if I was to make a call, because I wanted to call my parents that have already landed in Kenya. She said if I was to make a call, per minute I'd pay 100 shillings. Per minute.
Come to Kenya.
And I did more than 10 minutes because my parents were excited with the whole story. How was the trip? How was everything? So I ended up giving, I think, 1,000 plus on that day. So when I found out later, when I settled in that 100 shillings was a lot.
Which year was this?
This should be 2016.
That is so recent.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Lakini karibu Kenya.
So the one that I'm about to bring here is our own Nigerian. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring on stage from Roysambu. Put your hands together for Oga Bachelor.
All right, DJ. Hold on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rich people, good evening. If you're here and your money is below 1 million, don't you never say, neighbor, work hard. If you're here and you know between God and man, you don't have money, raise up your hand, let me pray for you. Say, Lord Jesus, help me today. I have suffered enough. This is the end of the year. Please change my story. Idiot. Kenya. You guys are complaining of bad roads. Of all the roads I have been to in Kenya, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 potholes on your road. In Nigeria, our roads are inside the potholes. And you are complaining. In Nigeria, our parents don't show affection. White people, they show affection. Let's clap for the lady from Spain, please. Let's clap for her. If you want people that show affection, you marry the white. When I came into this country in 2016, there was a white man that committed suicide because all the money he had saved abroad, he brought it to Kenya, and he was scammed. So he went to the Mombasa bridge. He's like, Julie, I'm sorry for hurting you. I know I promised you to give you the best of life. I'm sorry I cannot do it anymore. Then he jumped and died. Now his wife came to the same place, like, oh, John, why did you die? We would have fixed this together as lovely couples. Why did you do this to me? Then she jumped and died. That happens abroad. Let's come to Africa. In Nigeria, if your husband dies and you do not cry like this, they will suspect you of killing your husband. DJ, play the soundtrack, but lower kidogo so they can hear my voice. Now, this is Mama Emeka. After hearing Papa Emeka has died. DJ, let's go. The same Nigerian tune. Mama Emeka in action. You have to go down. Papa Emeka, why? Why did you do this, Papa Emeka? Why? DJ Hala, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That's my time. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oga Bachelor one more time. Wapi makofi yake tafadhali one more time. You know, my dad used to tell me, work hard, my son. I want you to become a pilot. Because he wanted to become a pilot and it didn't work. Mzee, I think this is our chance. This is the only chance we have.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the biggest and the best storyteller in Africa, Youth Connect Summit 2023. Please put your hands together for the one and only Captain Otoyo.
Hey, Mutu. Mutu. Rero, ni rero.
Gusa hii material. Niulize ni material gani?
Hiyo ni gani?
Husband material. Wasichana wananitamani hapa nje. My brothers, I have just, the rest have arrived. I am so happy to be here. Where Chipukeezy called me, not once, not twice, not thrice, not fourth, not fifth. Wazungu wako hapa, singependa tuharibu hapo kwa. Wacha nianze tena. Chipukeezy called me, not once, not twice, not thrice, not twice, not fives, but 9th times. Kuniambia, jamani ndugu yangu, I have a show, come. Nikamwambia, I will come. Kitu hakuniambia ni ya kwamba it is international. Ni show ya watu wote, show ya Afrika. Mara ya mwisho niliongea kizungu for 3 straight minutes. Nilimwagiliwa maji kwa stage. Dakika 3 ya kizungu peke yake. Nilikuwa na MC harusi ya Kodhe. Kumbe hata nangangana na kizungu. Na hata bwana mwenye anamuoa kumbe ni wa Pakistan. Ye pia asikii kizungu. Ye pia hajui kizungu. Na marelative wake wote alikuwa na wasaba kutoka Kongo. Hata ndio waliachana. But I'm so happy to be here. Waziri, good to see you. How are you doing? Huyu ni ndugu yangu. Huyu wa babu mnamuona? Huyu ni ndugu yangu. Huyu tumekula naye panya wakati wa njaa. Huyu tumeteseka, huyu tumeishi naye hapa Mnet. Mathare North. Huyu tumeteseka na huyu. Kabla sijapata pesa, nikahama nikaenda Kayole. Huyu tumeteseka naye. Ababu alikuwa anaweza akakuja nyumbani. Hata kitu, anajua nyumba haina kitu, ananiambia Otosh, wekelea sufuria kwa stove. Na wekelea sufuria kwa stove. Namwambia tunapika nini? Ananiambia wekelea sufuria. Tunawakisha sufuria. Ababu, nini tunawekelea? Ananiambia wewe wekelea tu. Sufuria inakuwa moto, Ababu anachukua maji kidogo kwa jug, anagonga sufuria. Chwa! Namuuliza ya nini? Majirani wasikie ni kama tunakaranga kitu. Let us suffer in silence. Huyu tumeteseka. Huyu unajua tulikuwa naye hata kwa chama. Unakumbuka akikula Biblia na jina ya baba? Tumeteseka na huyu sana wakati wa nyuma. Sai utanitafutia tu kitu ya kurudi Kayole. Lakini niko sambamba. Ruto has come in to do his 10 years. They still and will still have their. Baada ya Ruto, baba aingie afanye miaka yake 15. Kwa nini hapo kwa baba ni kama kunakuwa na madharau?
Hakuna madharau.
Lakini ndugu zangu acha nikwambie. Ukweli.
Yo.
Kama kuna siku nimewahi kuwa shua na hiyo kitu.
Yes.
Ilikuwa ni hii.
Tuambie. Tuambie.
Yenye imepita. Tulikuwa shua nayo. Hata mimi familia yangu sasa ndio nimeanza kuirudisha. Nilikuwa nimeshaipeleka Kazakhstan. Baba akiweka Biblia tu chini, mimi balozi wa Kenya, Kazakhstan. Punde si punde tukapigwa na butwa. Unajua butwa? Mnajua butwa? Mnamjua butwa kweli? Unasikianga tu alipigwa. Butwa hana kazi nyingine. Butwa kazi yake ni kupiga watu. Butwa akiamka ni kupiga tu watu. Butwa anakuona ukifanya makosa, hakuambii kitu, anangojea baadaye akupige. Butwa anakuona ukituma fare umoja. Butwa hakuzungumzi, Butwa amenyamaza tu. After 3 hours you call the person. Unakutana na mama mwingine hapo roho mbaya. Unamsikia akikwambia na kizungu safi. The mobile subscriber you're calling cannot. Alafu ndio Butwa anakugusa mgongo. Ukipinduka, Butwa na wewe. Butwa anamuona baba akikampaign. Butwa hasemi kitu.
Butwa ako hivi.
Butwa hajakaa hivyo. Butwa ako gym. Ya baba. Butwa anamuona kabisa akikampaign. Butwa hasemi, anamngojea Bomas. Butwa, ndugu yangu. Wewe unacheza na Butwa. Yaani kama tushawahi kuwa shua.
Ndio.
Nakwambia siku ya Bomas ya mwisho, unajua walikuwa wamesema pale ya kwamba matangazo itafanywa saa 8 kamili. Saa 8 kamili tulikuwa kwa hall na Butwa pia ako kwa hall. Saa 8 kamili hatuoni kitu. Kwaya ndio zinaongeleka, kwaya zinabadilika. Ndugu yangu, kama binguni kweli ni kwaya kulamba asali na kuteremsha na maziwa, binguni ikae. Kwaya zenye zilikuwa Bomas, saa 10 kamili tukaona tena imebadilishwa, wakasema the announcement will now be made at 6. Tukashindwa ni nini? Tunamtafuta baba hatumuone. Butwa pia anamtafuta. Chipukeezy saa 11
ndio
na dakika 13
ndio
nikashtukia mama ya President Ruto akiingia hivi. You tell me, who can send their mother to a place yenye anajua Butwa anamngojea? No one. Nikamtafuta baba, simuoni. Namtafuta mama Aida, simuoni. Saa 12:12 tukashtukia kitu imetokea huko Bomas nyuma. Ina shine. Imekuja hivi. Babu Owino akamuona. Olekina pia akamuona. Chebukati amepaka Vaseline mkebe ngapi? Chipukeezy. Olekina akatoa rungu. Akairusha. Ikamlamba Chebukati. Akarudi na matokeo nyuma. Sasa tunamtafuta baba tumwapishe. Tuko na Biblia tayari. Lakini kile tu
Ramba.
Ndugu zangu, 2027 tuko tena.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate Captain Otoyo ndani ya nyumba.
Butua tayari amesha?
Butua ako na nyinyi?
Tayari.
Ya 2027?
Kama ule wa Nigeria aliingia na 102 years. Baba ni teenager.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Otoyo. He has just landed. And now, allow me to bring on stage Tom Daktari wakiwa na Sammy Kioko ndani ya 10 Toes Down. Karibu sana DJ, tafadhali nipe kitu. DJ tafadhali. DJ tafadhali. Tafadhali, 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 tafadhali. Master, 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 master.
Hapo sawa DJ. Kama kawaida sheria ni moja. Sheria ni moja. Tusirekodiwe na Lester na iPhone ama Samsung.
Wacha tuchukue roll call. Kama uko na Samsung wapi kelele? Kama uko na iPhone wapi kelele?
Haya, kama uko na hizo zingine wapi kelele? Haya, niliwaambia kuna simu kuna simu za 8K zinapiga picha hapa. Mpaka unamwambia niwekee na senda.
Aya,
nimesikia huku ni kizungu.
Tom Daktari, kwa wale hawatujui.
Yes.
I know we have a lot of foreigners here.
Yes.
I go by the name Sammy Kioko.
Yes, and my name, yes. Rudia.
Pigeni kelele, tunaweza patiwa visa bure. My name is Sammy Kioko.
Yes, and of course my name is Tom Daktari.
Aya, yes. Wakapa wapi kelele? Nyinyi ndio mnaweza tusaidia tu siku wa leo. Tom Daktari, let me tell you, if there are people who are very generous, are people from Tanzania. Do you know it's only in Tanzania when you tell someone you have something good, instead of them saying thank you alone, they give you that thing.
Oh, wanakupea?
Wanakupatia.
Ala.
I found my friend pale backstage, nikamwambia you have a nice watch. Akaniambia Kioko, kama umeipenda asante, lakini kama umeipenda chukua. Nikapatana na Mtanzania mwingine pale nyuma, nikamwambia hey brother,
yes,
you have a nice cape. Akaniambia thank you, lakini kama umeipenda
chukua.
So mimi nikajua ni mila na desturi ya watu wa Tanzania. Ukiambia mtu uko na kitu mzuri anakuambia nini?
Chukua.
Ndugu yangu, nimeona wewe ni mtu wa Tanzania. Huyo ni girlfriend yako? Na ni mzuri? Nichukue, si ndio?
Nimeona Hamisa hapa.
Nimeona, wacha hata Hamisa. Umeona wadosi wako hapa?
Yes.
CS. Habari yako CS. Tom Daktari, wacha nikwambie, unajua uzuri ya wadosi? Watu wako hapa mbele na watu wenye hawana pesa ni tofauti sana. Unajua kama hapa saa hizi when you are making jokes, how rich people laugh, it's very nice. They don't even laugh, they discuss a comedian. I do a joke, unasikia mtajiri amesema that guy is funny. Huyo mtu sasa amecheka yake yote. Unasikia that guy is going far. In fact, that guy, I must call him.
I must put him somewhere.
I must put him somewhere. That is a
rich
guy.
Hiyo ndio nimesema. Unaweza niweka.
That is a rich guy.
Yes.
That is a rich guy laughing. Mtu mwenye hana pesa, hata joka ijaanza. Yeye ucheka na badala asifu comedian anaanza kumtukana. Unasikia comedian amepiga joke, unasikia hii ni kumbafu.
Alafu kuna wale ucheka later. Ushamchekesha hapa haku anaipata. Akitoka nje anasema kwa jamaa alikuwa funny. Hapa hakuielewa.
Nimeipenda.
Lakini labda nikuulize tu, ni vizuri tujue. Unajua nimesimama na wewe na sijaelewa umematch aje hii t-shirt kwa sababu mimi uzoea, unajua ukiangalia wakati CS amepiga suti yake. Suti yake kuna vile imematch amepiga ka white pale, tai utaona imematch na kitu. Kwa sababu uwezi vaa suti na uvae t-shirt ya kulala. Sasa ni uamue.
Kweli. Please, unaibisha Wakamba. Alafu pia, unajua, ukijua uko na miguu ndogo, usivae suti juu zinakuwa spotlight. Unaona? Sasa utakuwa aje?
Ngoja kidogo, acha umejileta, si ndio?
No.
Unajua uzuri wa Chipukeezy, wacheni niwaambie ukweli. Unajua Chipukeezy anafanyanga na serikali. Lakini sijawahi ona amewekwa mahali. Mnajua ni kwa nini? Yeye kitu anaweza kuwa peke yake ni head of something. Sababu ya kichwa kubwa.
Kitokeni hapa.
Thank you so much Nairobi, that was our time.
Asanteni sana.
Asanteni sana.
Haya.
Wapi makofi yao one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Karibu Kenya.
That's, I can tell you right now, that's the most of Swahili that I will get out of me.
Can you repeat it?
Yeah, Karibu Kenya.
I love that. I love that.
That's it.
Yeah, so let me ask, what does a borderless Africa look like to you, especially as a comedian?
I like where you're going with this. I like where you're going in it. So, you know, I'm from Party Central.
Yeah.
So borderless Kenya means borderless Africa means I can wake up and have breakfast in Uganda, lunch in Nairobi, dinner in Kigali.
Period.
You know?
So you just want to have a good time. What do you usually do before your show? Like just to easen you up, make you
Nothing. I ask myself that I actually went to school. Why am I doing this?
Did you ever see yourself doing anything besides being comedy?
I knew it. I knew it was coming here. I knew I was going to the entertainment scene, like for real. Because I have photos from high school. I was like hosting the end of year parties and the leavers parties. So it was calling me like it's.
So you've been an entertainer for long.
Yes. So it was inevitable. But before the show, there's no such thing as before the show. It's like the butterflies take over, and I can't think straight for a minute, and it's just like the only way to get over it is to do it.
All right, all the way from Uganda, put your hands together for the funniest female comedian we have, Cotilda!
Some Ugandans wanted to stand up and dance, but they feel they want to control themselves. We are acting strong, but the truth is, the age is chasing us. No, we cannot pretend. Those days you would ask me, Cotilda, how old are you? I say, you know when you are in your 20s, you speak carelessly. You say, oh, come on. I'm not that young. I'm just like 23. But now you ask me how old I am, I trap you. Cotilda, how old are you? How old do you think I am? You look at me, in your heart, you feel like saying 30-something, but my face says, I dare you. So you find people saying, maybe like 26. Hey. You know when you are young, you know we are now at the Youth Connect, they ask you, where do you think you want to buy land? Carelessness of being a youth. You say, why wouldn't I just here? In fact, there is land in Karen. Why not me? My friend, when you get to about 28, they ask you, where do you want to buy land? Kansas City is not far. By the time you are in your 30s, those are the people you find when you ask them, where do you want to buy land? You see, by the way, you should know. If you go like to Viewpoint, you can get 4 acres. For 400,000, you know the age is now speaking to you. It is communicating. They are there, I know. You have a few acres. And age does not warn. You are in the bar with your friends having a good time. People are talking Manchester, discussing serious things about the team. And suddenly, it just attacks you. In a conversation about Manchester, they say, Cotilda, what do you think? You're like, you people, do you know that if I rear rabbits, I can make a dangerous profit? In the bar at 2 a.m. Women and men think completely differently. I can prove this. When a man is looking for a house, they take him, they show him the house. It takes him very little to decide to move into that house. He looks at it, he calculates distance from the house to his workplace. Is there parking? Distance from the house to the bar? We will take the house. And he calls the wife, babe, I found a house. The wife comes and says, but there is no toilet inside this house. He says, there is no toilet in this house. I didn't notice. Totally different. Women, we will check everywhere, but also there is somewhere where the man's brain is very active. When men go to buy a car, it is a whole process. The focus is, my brother, you see he's nodding. It's true, it's true. He enters the bond and he has a whole checklist. Fuel consumption, the model number, the type of car, the size of the rims, the ground clearance. He even asks them to start the engine. Let me hear how it works. He says, we want horsepower 71. They say, sir, we are sorry, we have 70. No, 71, exactly 71. But women, when we walk into the car bond, it's just vibes. Who works here? Who's in charge? I'm looking for a red car. I don't want to be in traffic and everybody is driving the same car like mine. I want a red car. Being a woman is nice. You can switch off your brain whenever you want to. You just... And you can blame it on being female. Switch off the brain and say, oh my God, I didn't know. Especially at this point, as I'm all for it. When I hear women say, I want to date a man who has money, please do it. Because you have the luxury of walking into the car bond and then you call and say, babe, I'm in the car bond. And they've told me the car will cost me 5 million shillings. He says, oh, and how much do you have? 100,000. And men are considerate when it comes to their wives who say, really? Do you really want? I really want the car. You guys, you don't know how good it is to be female. Haven't you heard that even lionesses, like female lions, they move in packs? Apparently they are hunting. It's a lie. They are gossiping. I love Kenya. I was here the last time, and it appears like this is not what we expected to see. But I would like to believe that this is not going to be. You know Chipukeezy and I? When we met 10 years, is it 10?
8.
8?
Somewhere there.
Did you tell them the Machakos?
You want to tell them the Machakos story?
You tell them.
Utachoma picha. You will ban photo.
What does it mean?
It means that a photo is banning. My parents are here. Don't ban photos. I brought Cotilda in Kenya one day to do a stand-up comedy show. But I didn't have money. But I told her that I'm the richest comedian in Kenya. So she lands, I pick her, we do the show. It was at the National Theatre, 300 people. Now, we leave the show. I tell her, the governor of the place I come from has paid for a...
Why are you fearing to say the place?
Machakos has paid for another hotel in Machakos.
So I tell the story from this point.
Okay, tell it. But anyway.
You stay, don't. So this guy, we leave the show. Chipukeezy says, in Machakos, they have organized for us. Remember, this was before the expressway. We are thinking Machakos is like
20 minutes.
Maybe 30 at most. We start going. Mombasa Road. Houses start disappearing. Lights, you know that you are in a dangerous zone when you stop seeing lights. You know there are those lights of the telecom. You know the mast usually has those red dots. Then we passed them, they disappeared. We reached a point where you stop seeing normal power lines, you start seeing those high transmission. You know those ones? We went 2 hours. We said, where is this guy taking us? After like 2 hours and 15 minutes. We branch off now into a dirt road. We say, finally, we have reached. Tell them what happened.
So we get to the hotel, this beautiful hotel, and the guy at the reception, he tells me with a straight face, but we were not communicated about them. We cannot accommodate them tonight. To Machakos, we make phone calls, nobody is speaking.
The governor is not picking. You know the way he was telling us, this the governor's organized. So, you know in Africa, when you have someone who knows someone, you feel like you know someone. You know, in Africa, everyone knows someone. Even when you land in trouble, you just say, do you want me to talk to this one? So we knew someone who, my friend, we got to Machakos. They didn't know about us. This is now 2 a.m. So we are outside the hotel. We look at Chipukeezy. Chipukeezy looks at us. He has checked us out of Weston. Can you imagine? Now we are homeless. In
Machakos.
Even him, he doesn't want to go to his ancestors because they know he's a celebrity. He can't take us. He first moves around, he makes phone calls, then he comes and says, so, now, you know things are bad when someone starts with, you see. So he said, you see, I think the best solution is we just go back to Nairobi. Chipukeezy, at 2 a.m., made us face from Machakos back to.
I took them to my house, alafu hapo Mololongo na nikawaitia wamama wachawi hapo wakawapanga. But you see, the relevance of this story is that 10 years later, Cotilda still has guts to receive my calls and to accept a visit to Kenya, to come on stage tonight.
No, don't clap.
No, they have to clap.
No, let me tell you. Don't think I trust him. My bags are still in the car. Since yesterday, I am moving with my bags just in case. I am not about to. So after the show, are we going to Weston?
No, we are not going to Machakos. We are going to Weston.
Thank you, Kenya. It's been amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate Cotilda from Uganda. Thank you so much, my sister. Without wasting time, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to go all the way from Rwanda. This is that time in Kenya. Mabibi na mabwana, let's put our hands together for Babu from Rwanda.
Nairobi, how you doing? Can I get a yeah? I first got to know Chipukeezy, I was watching Churchill's show. I was in Rwanda, but I was watching Churchill's show on YouTube and all this. I used to know Eriko, and then Chipukeezy was like the best. And then he came to Rwanda. So when he came to Rwanda, you know, we linked up. He was performing in one of our shows. And I think I was 17. I was like 17, yeah. I was barely legal. Yeah, and this dude there, so he came and then we connected. And he's like, you should come to Kenya sometime. And then, yeah, we made it happen. And ever since, you know, we've just been working together. I still do not understand, you know, how the years have passed. I know, I think I met Chipukeezy right now for like 7-8 years, not the full 10, but I'm grateful, man. Everything has been well, everything has been dope, and we are still going. This is 10 toes down. Do you know the word for toes and fingers combined? It's digits. They call it digits. So I can't wait to meet him for 20 digits down, right? This is 10 toes down. I want us to make it another 10 years and come back for 20 digits down. Chipu, I've just given you an idea.
This is to certify that Francis Munyao scored a mid-grade of 50 by 100.
Africa, how you doing? Don't worry, if you don't want to shout, I have enough shout in my head if you know what I drank.
But not everything was bad about COVID. I got a child.